Good morning, all you VIP Kid teachers out there. I thought I would do a quick video. This is a questions people ask video, and it's going to be just really quick. This is of the many emails I get during the course of the week. I get lots of questions. So I thought I would do us all a favor and just answer some of them straight up. So here's the questions people ask. And these are straight out of my email. So all I literally did was just highlight a few of the questions. And these are all questions that I have had in the last week and a half or so. So these are brand new questions. I have many more, but these are the brand new of recent days. Are you being paid to do these interviews or do these videos? Nope, not a dime. Enough said. I just do it for me and to drive my kids crazy. Is VIPKid a scam? Nope. I get paid, and if you want to email me privately, I'll send you a screenshot of my payment portal. Because yes, I get paid to teach my classes, not to do the videos. Is my bank information safe with VIPKid? Yep. I have all my money. It's still in the bank. It's not a lot, unfortunately, because I'm not rich, but what I do have of my own is still in that bank. So no, nobody has tampered with my money or my account. And yes, I have checked a couple times. All right, here's the next one. Now this one's weird. Not weird, but long. I heard ... And I won't even say all the I heards because let me just tell you that I get a lot of I heard emails. So if you have emailed me at I heard, don't think I'm talking about just yours. Let's pause and ask ourselves one thing. How many sides are there to a story? And as my mama always said, consider the source. So our chat rooms, Facebook groups, or gripe sessions always the best place to determine the truth about a policy that a company has? My answer to that would be no. So you might want to go back to the source and think, if somebody says to you, I heard so-and-so this happened to them or that happened to them, do you know all the facts? Do you know both sides of the story? And do you think they're telling you everything? Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. But just ask yourself some questions. The next one, will I get fired if I make a mistake in my first class? I loved this question. You want to know why? Because my first class was a teacher IT, and I swear to you, I think it's because I freaked out and I messed up. So the answer is no, because I'm still working there, and I didn't get fired, and I didn't get penalized, and I didn't lose any money. I'm still teaching. So there you go. They've been very generous to me as a new teacher, and I'm still a new teacher. Well, I shouldn't say that new. I've been here a little while now, a few months. But next question, how do I know the facts about the company when I've read mixed reviews? My answer to that is that's a good question because I read the reviews as well before I signed on. I also, just to sidebar, I was interviewing with multiple companies at the same time as I was interviewing with VIPKid. Now, I will say I interviewed with multiple ones. One I put off the shelf almost immediately. The second one, I had already been hired, but I really wanted this job better. So I was trying to play the game of figuring out, will I get hired with this one? Should I let the other one go? What if I don't get hired with VIPKid and I let the other one go? And finally, my husband broke the tie and said, put the other one aside and just go with the company that we really think is a better looking company. But I did read the reviews. I read everything I could find on all the different, some of the boards. I found a lady's email address in an ESL board, and she didn't work for the company anymore. And I just asked, but I didn't know. And I sent her an email and I said, can I ask you some questions about this company? And I don't want to do it for the people that are doing the YouTube videos because I wasn't sure if they were being paid to do the videos. So I asked her, because she happened to just be a teacher and was answering an ESL question. and it happened to show that she worked for VIPKid. She did not work for the company any longer, and she answered my question, and she wrote me back a great email saying, the only reason I don't work for the company is because I moved, switched jobs, and it's not working for me right now, but I'm hoping to get back in and maybe even full-time. And she gave me a lot of really helpful information. It was a totally unbiased response because she didn't have anything to lose, right? She's not losing a job. She's not losing anything. She doesn't know me from Adam. I'm just an email address out of the blue. And she gave me some good advice. My advice to you is this. If you have some bad reviews that you're reading, or you have bad information and you don't know if it's true or not true, ask someone who is employed, and if they can, or would they give you a direct email address to get the company policy. So don't take the information from this source or this source. Ask somebody who can give you direct information to get to the company. That's the best way to do it, right? I mean, ask the company. Email them. Get the information. Last one. I heard VIPKid, or second to last. I heard VIPKid doesn't care about their teachers. Well, according to the very latest update that we just received in our teacher forum, which goes to every teacher that works for the company, that answer has to be a resounding no. Here's why I tell you, and I can tell you this because I just read it again this morning. According to the responses in the forum of all the teachers, they were pleased with incentives. They gave their feedback on incentives, and the company sent us surveys out asking, are you happy with this? Are you happy with that? What would you like done differently with this? What would you like done differently with that? Some of those things that they surveyed us about were, what do you think about our surveys? How could we do them better? How could they be more helpful to you? Are they fair? And give us your input. Another survey was about cancellation policies. They asked us to give them information about how we thought they were doing with updating and fixing and adjusting their policies regarding cancellations. So they're asking us, how are they treating me? Pretty good, because they're listening to me, right? And they did. I sent in feedback information on all of the surveys. Another survey was just an open survey with information that you could send in about whatever it is you wanted to say. Last but not least, how many classes do you teach and when? I get this question asked of me almost daily and sometimes multiple times a day. I teach right now, I try to keep my schedule at 70 classes a week. Now, I was teaching 80 and above, and I felt like that was tipping the scale for me and my family dynamic. My husband and I both agreed that at that point I was teaching a little bit too much, and I wasn't getting good rest, or I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do or wanted to do was the key for my family, because I took this job for the flexibility, right? I took this job because I wanted to flex with my husband's work schedule. So when he's off, I can be off. When he has a vacation week, I can have a vacation week. If I didn't do this, then I would go to a job outside another company, and then I would be down at 1 week's vacation and he would have many more than me. So we took it for that reason. Plus, I'll be honest with you guys, I just like to make my own dinner and do the laundry and do those things for my family when I'm home. And so if I'm working outside of the home, I can't do that. But here at VIPKid, I can do my work in the morning, and then I got my whole day to do the rest of the things that I need to get done. And I'm not going to lie, I take a nap. So I backed it down from the 80 plus number to 70, and that's working well for me. I live in Eastern Standard Time, so that means that I work from 4 a.m. and I finish my last class at 10 a.m., which is the 4 a.m. start and 9:30. The last class starts at 9:30, ending at 10. So I teach those hours every day, Monday through Friday. Then on Friday evening, I teach from 9 p.m. all the way through up until 3 a.m. on Saturday. And yes, those are usually, well, I say usually, they always are with the exception of a cancellation or whatever. They are always booked and they are always back to back. So that is a crazy busy time for me. But that's where you make your money, is those weekend hours. So Friday night, 9 till 3 a.m., I teach. Then on Saturday, I teach now just from 9 p.m. till 11:30 p.m., ending at 12 o'clock, and then I'm done. And then on Sunday, I don't teach anything at all. Prior to that, I was teaching all through the night on Saturday again, and then, getting up, trying to function on Sunday. So all that to say, I teach about 70 classes a week. I'm always full. Rarely do I have an open slot. Sometimes I'll have where somebody will cancel a class, but I usually get another class slotted in. I'm always full, and I do have almost all of my around 50-ish range are my kids that I normally teach. And then I have some others that come and go from me. So yes, that's my schedule, and that's what I do. So I hope that some of my answers were helpful to you today, because here's what is hard for me. I'm getting a lot of emails with all of these different scenarios that people are hearing out there. And I think it's a little bit hard because you can't really know the whole story. I have 3 kids. 3 adult kids now, so I can say this: they're not living in the house anymore and they can't come home and be angry with me. But I have learned that when one would come into me and say, "Mom, she did this," that I shouldn't just go running in and say, "Hey, you did this, stop it," right? Because as a mom, what do I have to do? I have to go in and go, "All right, what happened? Give me both sides. Tell me the story. What was it? Did you cancel a whole bunch of times on your classes?" And so then finally the company said, "Hey, we can't take it anymore." Because that's what a company would do if you were out in the working world, right? If you were out in the store or a corporation, you got to show up for work. So when somebody writes and says they canned me because I got sick, well, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was just because of that, right? There could be more to that story. So you have to stop and think and ask yourself, do I have to think like my kids here and ask, all right, I heard this side of the story, but I don't know this side. So ask. Here's the best way. Ask. Send them an email and ask them, what are your cancellation policies? What are your sickness policies? What are your attendance policies? What are your teaching requirements? How many hours do I have to teach? What's your dress code? Ask them. I know they'll tell you. Thanks. Have a great day.